Dreams. We all dream. Even if you don't remember what you dreamed the night before, we all do it. It's out of our control. It's a moment for our brain to experience and contextualize things of the past, and a way for us to prepare for the future. There is so many dreams you can have, and sometimes they seem like random things, journeys or people from the past. But many say that dreams hold meaning, warnings, and so much more. And I'm not saying I'm all that knowledgeable about the psychology of dreams, but I have experienced one or two in my life. I have one dream where I am traveling from one train station, all green and industrial, kinda like Wicked, but not Wicked, to one more like a concrete city center with twisting and turning station corridors. I don't know, it's weird. Another dream is of me at school and forgetting words in a play, or going for a test I have no idea what the syllabus is. Yeah, that's a headache. Another one is of me and my family. I have lots of bad dreams about that, but that's for another day. A lot of these probably have ample amounts of meaning, and we'll go through that later. But I know another person that has dreams that are as wild and crazy as mine, but probably worse in a way. And that, of course, is Baku, or as many others know him as Agent 7 of Code in Kamen Rider ZEZTZ. But he travels in and out of other people's dreams, being one of those lucky people with the skill and concentration to control the narrative in a dream, a lucid dreamer aware that they are dreaming, and can often guide the narrative, the characters, and the environments. Well, sometimes. There was that one time the world twisted and he fell. Anyway. And Baku can save a human life as well in the awake world. Baku out of the dream world though, well, he is a bumbling idiot really. He is a young adult with his life not fully together, a fan of spy movies and media, wanting to save people but cursed with ultimate bad luck. However, once in the dream world, he is the one perfect hero. Good with the ladies, charismatic to all. However, with one eeny-weeny, tiny-whiny flaw, and that is the dreaded COWLICK. But Trey Williams in my comments said it perfectly. Take it away.
So I just had a thought today about the COWLICK. 7 is essentially Baku's perfect ideal self, right? Dashing good luck, suave and confident, capable and strong, important and relied on. Everything that Baku isn't. Or at least he believes himself not to be. Baku himself is an unkept, jobless, awkward mess who is literally punished by the world around him every time he tries to be a help to anyone. To Baku, 7 is meant to be the flawless, ideal picture of himself he escapes to every time he dreams. However, there is one singular, persistent flaw in his otherwise flawless image, the COWLICK. Despite how much control Baku has over the fantasy version of himself, that dang COWLICK keeps popping up. The one thing he's unseemingly unable to control about his dream self. A single crack in the fantasy that keeps rearing its ugly head no matter how many times he smooths it over. Perhaps a metaphor for the fragility of that fantasy maybe. Or I'm reading too much into a running gag. Either way, I found this idea fun and interesting.
I absolutely love this comment. The perfect comment, I say. It states a fact and comes in with a great amount of thought, process, and analysis. Please, can I have some more comments like this? That would be great. Like, I have a lot of comments from different people. A lot of you telling me I shouldn't comment or theorize or just be quiet, and that's just rude. But this comment really inspired me to talk about this specific issue or thing in this video and show. Or, guys, I've been thinking about this comment, let's just say that. The recent, sorry for the spoiler. If you haven't seen episode 14, go watch episode 14 and come back here, but don't come back. I get lonely, so come back, okay? But yeah, the recent reveal of Baku literally being a sleeper agent, and also with this comment from Trey last week about the COWLICK, I had to chat about it. About the COWLICK, but also about the sleeper agent thing, like crazy. And why didn't I think of this before? These elements, these issues with the COWLICK and the sleeper agent being a possibility. Oh my god, I'm a bad theorizer. I haven't theorized anything for a while. And I missed out on this. Anyway, back to the video, Kezza, come on. I remember watching the teaser trailer when they first released that, and I made such a big effort to talk about the COWLICK.
What's that? Does he have a COWLICK? Does he have a COWLICK? I think he has a He has a COWLICK, guys. And that's specific because they put a couple seconds of showing that off.
But also laughing at it every single time it pops up in the show. Laughing as it jumps to attention every time and how annoyed Baku gets. It's obviously annoying to him as it stands there loud and proud, repetitively being shown specifically a stubborn thing on his head. I should have realized the truth of this whole situation when they kept on repeating this shot. It's a crack in his perfect dream exterior, maybe an element of his truth, prying its way into his fantasy, or his unconsciousness mind telling him not all is right with this world he's saving. And now, after episode 13 and 14, I may know a bit more why this happens. Dreams have always been said to have meaning. If you studied Sigmund Freud's dream theory, of course, and many other psychologists before and after. But we aren't going too far into that sexual desire part of that theory, because it's a kids show, and I'm sure Toei won't be putting that in, but they put a lot of stuff in, so maybe. But overall, they all propose that dreams have, as I said before, have meaning. They are repressed wishes from the unconscious mind, and more, manifesting into these flashes of stories to help with processing and symbolizing things you need or fear, the subconscious worries, and all of that. Some meanings, for example, are like the following. Have you ever had a dream where you're falling in your dreams? It's often apparently linked to a lack of control or your insecurities. If you fail a test or something similar, which I have done many times in my dreams, it is connected to anxiety, so that kind of makes sense. Another dream I have, my teeth falling out, which I hate it. But that is often also said to mean, again, anxiety and being powerless. Okay, I have issues, okay? Don't come at me. Apparently there's also an element of secrecy, I don't know. However, dreams are also hugely dependent and subjective to the dreamer's personal experiences, and can't always be judged and directly pinpointed to a specific shared cause and meaning. So for Baku, or Agent 7 in the dream world, what could a COWLICK mean? He is perfect all round until that COWLICK, and maybe it's because subconsciously, he knows something isn't quite right. Like Trey said, an unshakable feeling that something is wrong. The fact he is perfect everywhere else shows off his ambition and wishes for himself, a strong sense of justice he sees in shows and reads in books that he wishes he has or he was, or somehow knows is in him somewhere. But the constant COWLICK that returns each time, out of his control, even as a lucid dreamer, says a lot. The constant reminder of his imperfection, that no matter what happens, comes back to annoy even the coolest of riders/agents. This could mean many things, but let's act like a psychologist for a second. By the way, we aren't qualified, so don't take what we say too seriously. Okay, Baku, tell us how you're feeling today.
So, I keep having dreams where I'm this cool, suave agent who fights for justice. I'm cool, great with the ladies, physically agile, and just an amazing secret agent. However, no matter what I do, I keep getting stuck with this annoying COWLICK that won't go down. It's so, don't say best secret agent ever. What is it, Doc?
Basically, what this could mean actually becomes quite relevant in episode 14, and could also be a lot more. It could be a metaphorical sign that this whole situation is fucked. I mean, may not all be right. It's a representation of maybe a known or even an unknown issue within code. Like, for example, Zero may be the baddie, and that he's also a sleeper agent. It's the uninvited and unwanted reminder that this illusion he thought he made up isn't truly his, or isn't truly as perfect as he thought it was. A minor yet frustrating reminder that even though he can change his appearance and control some of the narrative and the space around him, he is in other people's dreams. He is being controlled. Maybe because he's a sleeper agent and he can't get out of this situation because he's literally being controlled as a sleeper agent. all of this dreamscape is so wild and big, maybe even big enough to distract you from the main event, but his subconsciousness knows something is still wrong. All of this may be true. Or maybe it's just the bad luck from the outside world coming back to haunt him in this world as a pesky cowlick. Maybe I'm thinking too much into this comment. Nah! Trey says at the end of his comment that maybe he was reading too much into a running gag, but they found the idea fun and interesting. And Trey, I'm on the same wavelength here. Especially after the whole sleeper agent thing. How did I not theorize or guess that would happen? Oh my god, I'm so far behind on the theories, guys. But let's think about this. What else can they play with now, guys? Suggest in the comments if you have any ideas. Like, can they, yes, we are theorizing now. Can they sleepwalk or sleep talk, I guess? Maybe that's really, really simple stuff. But like, guys, if you have any ideas, let us know. Help us out. I'm still annoyed I didn't guess sleeper agent. I'm actually annoyed. Genuinely. Anyway, I genuinely love this comment, as I said before. There is so much wrong in this show that we didn't really think about. Nox actually constantly reminding us that something is wrong with code, that we don't know everything about code, and the fact that this cowlick has been a thing through all of the episodes we've had so far, and still won't go away, and is still here to stay, means that there's so much more that we don't really understand about code or the dream world, and I just can't wait to see it, hear it, learn about it, and I still think that Zero is daddy. Not my daddy, but the Baku's dad. Yeah, maybe I should call him dad instead. Anyway, but thank you so much for watching about this theory. Maybe we are just thinking too much into this. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. And I'm so interested in hearing about your suggestions, your thoughts on this cowlick or the theory of the cowlick. I genuinely think there's so much darkness out there in this show. We just haven't got to yet. And I'm excited to see it. Let's go. Anyway, I think I left Baku in the chair still. Oh, anything else you would want to talk about?
Oh yeah, I have this weird bad luck thing that just keeps me up. Well, maybe not at night, but yeah. If I do anything nice for anyone, I'm the one who gets bad luck. How does that even happen? Like, I offered a woman an umbrella, and you know what happened? Someone on their bike ran over my foot. Like, it could be worse. I tried to save a child from being kidnapped, and you know what happened? I got ran over. Like, what does that say to me? Is that God telling me not to help? Kinda wild, you know? Also, now I'm kinda getting shot at by this emo guy called Nox who has it out for me. He keeps saying I'm in the wrong and he's gonna stop me or something. But I'm the one who has to stop him. Gosh, I don't even know anymore. Also, my sister and I don't talk about my dad. Yeah, childhood trauma to boot. What is wrong with Kamen Rider shows today?
Oh, that
Even
sounds
Toei
terrible.
is doing some shady stuff.
Help me.
Not to mention all the fan drama. Like, I'm trying my best, but even my super cool hype and aura moments aren't enough for some of those fans. I brought out my bike, I'm riding the bike, I do action scenes with the bike. It's all about the bike, but it's never about Baku, you know? That's who I am. And some people say the show is confusing, but I think it's pretty straightforward. There's still no female Kamen Rider yet. Like, what's the big deal? Oh, Kamen Rider Girls Remix can get a brand new female Kamen Rider, but our show
Keep
can't?
going, Baku.
The main
Keep
show?
going.
Hello? I think the worst part is that Kezza Henshin was the one writing this, and now I have to talk in this strange higher-pitched voice than usual, which I think I kind of like, but I can't believe I can actually do this. You know, I'm so used to my more normal voice, and now I feel like I can do anything, but only in my dreams, because that's me, Baku. Oh, speaking of which, how come the toy is so small?